I'm 22. I don't have life figured out. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not married and I don't have kids. But over the last few years, I've made enough mistakes to notice some patterns. So, this isn't advice from someone who made it or is on his path to make it, but it's just what I'm learning right now, right here, in real time, and what I think is worth to share with others. So, first things first, stop actively chasing relationships. I'm not saying don't shoot your shots when you really want to. Of course, do your thing, that's okay. But stop chasing girls just because you feel lonely. Delete the dating apps, especially, because every time I got into a relationship from one of those apps, it started great. Like the first couple of months, the honeymoon phase, all that stuff. But anybody can fake who they are for 60 or 90 or even 120 days. That's not a big deal. And then it turned into months of stress and drama because it's insanely easy to create a perfect persona online. You fall for this sweet girl, but then later you realize she's toxic, she has five dudes in her DMs, and she thrives off their attention, which is crazy to me. And remember, you're not Bob the Builder, you're not here to fix her. All that's gonna happen is you lose yourself trying to save somebody who doesn't even want to be saved, and you'll pick up anxiety, insecurities, trust issues. All of that comes in package. She'll get mad at you over stuff she made up in her own head, and somehow you're the bad guy. So, and the funniest thing is that the right woman shows up when your life is already stable, not when you're desperate for one. So, stop needing someone. Work on yourself, build your money, build your discipline, build your body, and then, when you're solid, build something with someone, not before. Next thing is money. Let's talk about your money. If you don't know how to control it, it doesn't matter how much you make. Like, you'll always feel broke. So that's why you should start small. Let's say you got an extra 20. Doesn't matter where it came from, just don't spend it randomly. Split it up. Maybe 50% goes straight into your savings. 30% covers your daily stuff like Starbucks or Wendy's, whatever. And the rest is your guilt-free spending money. It doesn't have to be those exact numbers because you can always adjust it to your lifestyle and to your needs, but you get the point. Give every dollar a job because if you don't tell your money where to go, it will disappear. If you want to understand the mindset better, I suggest you reading The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason. It's simple, it's short, and it will completely change how you think about your money. Number three, surround yourself with like minded people. This might be one of the most important things to do in your 20s, if not the most important. And for that, you should just ask yourself, are the people around me aligned with my values, or are they just here because of convenience? Maybe you met them at school, maybe through sports, maybe you just grew up together and your mothers were friends. But just because something brought you together once doesn't mean you're supposed to stay connected forever. And I'm not even talking about the obvious ones, like the people who constantly doubt you, make fun of you or your goals, or make you feel small. Those people, they shouldn't have access to you at all, like, period. Your environment shapes you more than you realize. And if you want to grow, you need some people who push you, who actually challenge you, and genuinely want to see you succeed in life. Coming forth is learn how to be alone. And I'm not talking about isolating yourself, playing video games, or even reading books. It doesn't really matter. But rather actually learning the skill of being okay on your own. For some time, I couldn't do that, but later on, it still kept up with me, if you know what I mean. Because if I felt bored, I would DM somebody to entertain myself. If there was silence, I would try to fill it with something. Or if I felt uncomfortable, I'd look for a distraction, like any kind of distraction. And at that time, I didn't even realize that I was just running away from myself. Being alone forces you to see who you are without the mask, and I believe it's the best way to understand what you really want in life. It's like if you could zone out for some time and then come back with some life changing knowledge. I know that can be uncomfortable at first because it's just you and your own thoughts, but it makes you feel this type of way because you start noticing your insecurities or imperfections, which is okay. Nobody's perfect. And also, your bad habits, your questionable life choices, like the stuff you usually try not to think of. But once you sit with that long enough, just something clicks and you realize you're actually fine. Nothing has changed after that failed talking stage or after that one person left you. Like, you're okay. And when you're fine on your own, any interaction with people just is different. You're not trying to be chosen anymore. You're not scared of someone leaving you because you know you won't fall apart if they do. But the most rewarding thing after that is that you know your worth and you won't settle for less anymore. Number five, alcohol and substances. And I don't even know if I should say much about this because you already know what it does to you and to your body, like everyone does. I'm just saying that I've noticed a pattern that every guy I know who used to smoke a lot or drink heavily at some point, they all try to turn it around. They're hitting the gym or they're just working on their discipline now. That's kind of interesting. I'm not saying that you can't ever go out or have a drink with your friends, but if it becomes your daily or weekly way to cope, your way to escape boredom, or your way to socialize, that's when it becomes way too much. Plus, this shit wastes your money like crazy. Just let that sink in. Personally, I don't drink nor smoke, and I get a lot of compliments for that. Maybe none of this stuff is new, and maybe you already knew all of it, but the key difference is whether you act on it or not. Because I'm trying, I'm still figuring my stuff out, I'm working on myself, and I'm just trying to be better than I was yesterday. And if you are too, well, you're not alone.